Hello, everyone. So, this is a timeless reading that I'm doing. Actually, I was doing this reading I've recently, most of my followers know and have been a part of it. Recently, I ran a 7 day workshop, which was, completely, there was no energy exchange for this one. This 7 day workshop to heal, seven chakras, and as part of it I wanted to draw these messages for all the participants so that they could have a message coming from the universe. And I'll just put this aside. This is the latest addition to my gorgeous table, and I love this monk with this pagoda behind him. So but then the way I was pulling cards, I knew that this was a timeless reading. So if you're watching this video at any point of time, the message is still relevant. And of course, if you participated in the workshop, then you must look up this video and see a message for yourself. So for all those people who are first time on my channel, a bit about myself. I'm Sugandha. I have been reading not just tarot but a lot of cartomancy systems from across the world for last 26 years now. And I call myself a fortune teller, not a healer really, because nobody apart from God, I feel, has the power to heal anyone. So, coming back to the reading, for all of you who are here for the first time, the rules are very simple. Take a deep breath, take 3 deep breaths, in fact, focus and pull out and select one pile based on the one which intuitively calls out to you. It's okay to be drawn to two piles at the same time, and then both the messages are relevant to you. So this is a general reading, but I feel it's a timeless reading, and if whenever you see this video, your most likely universe wants you to know this message at this point. So I'm using 3 cards today. I'm using the Chakra Oracle because we chakras were a major part of this workshop. I also have my fortune telling cards here, and there's a very unique deck that I have. I'll show you the box. It's called the Dharma deck, and it's a very unique deck. It has wisdom from the Vedas. So just some enlightening messages. I felt that they fit in here, so I kind of use this deck. So let's see. So this is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3. Take a moment. You can pause the video here, see which pile calls out to you, and listen to the interpretation. So we'll get these 2 piles out of the way at the moment, and we'll start with pile number 1. So if you've chosen pile number 1, you have angels and masters. I'll just show you the card so that you can actually kind of just see the imagery. We have angels and masters here from the chakra deck. We have, and I think this is about the star chakra because they have all 7 chakras here. We have the dragon. So this is turning out to be a really powerful pile. So if you've chosen this, there's a lot of power around you at the moment, lots and lots of energy. And we have, from the Dharma deck, we have a card called nobility. So I'll come back to this. Let's start with this one, the angels and the masters. So if you've drawn this particular card, then it's an extremely powerful card, let me tell you, because this card is it is associated with the soul star chakra. When we read about the 7 chakras, there are also other chakras which are above our head. There are chakras on our hands. There are also minor chakras under our feet. So these ones are like this speaks about a very powerful chakra, which is the soul star chakra. It is not part of the 7 chakras. And you have drawn the cards angels and masters. So angels and masters, the higher beings, the guides, these could be your ancestors who have passed away. So basically, from the spirit world, from the universe, you are receiving some amazing guidance at the moment, and also they will be guiding you towards healing modalities, or you may just have a message from somebody that, if you have an ailment like this doctor there, you will get some direction, some recommendation to either heal your body, your mind, or your soul. And you may have been experiencing difficulties and challenge of late, and the guides want you to know that you are not alone, and that that they are doing everything in their power to assist you from the universe, from the spiritual world. Also, you are guided at this time by the ascended masters. So, for all of you who don't know what are ascended masters were religious or spiritual masters who once walked this earth, right? So, they were once here on this world, in this realm, and they taught messages of spirituality, not religion, but spirituality. So, ascended masters are also souls that resonate on a very high vibrational plane, and they have individual jobs to do. For example, Mother Mary, she holds the energy of divine love and compassion. You could also be working with angels, you could also be having guidance from them. So, basically, when this card comes up, the angels want you to know that you're blessed, you're protected. That is why your soul star chakra is active. Your prayers, if you've been saying prayers for something, they have been answered. You are clearly not alone. And take a moment to hand over this stress or this concern to the angels, to the masters, so that this energy, this negativity can be transmuted. So ask for help from the angels and the ascended masters and your ancestors. The affirmation that you can use is, angels and masters, guide my way with love, truth, and integrity. So that is the message for you. And this is an affirmation that you need to repeat once before you sleep or once when you wake up in the morning. So that is the message for you from the chakra deck. We now move on to the second card, which is the card of the dragon. Now, dragon, I know all of you who follow me, they know that I have a dragon attunement. I work with Celtic dragon Reiki. I also work with, dragon spirit energy. So, and anybody who's dealt with dragon energy knows that it's immense. It's a lot of energy, and when dragon doesn't come into everybody's life. So when you have a message from the dragon, there's enormous power that surrounds you, and use this time, use this energy to your advantage entirely to be a winner, because dragon jab kisi ke sath hota hai, when the dragon energy is working with somebody, it's you just cannot beat this energy. So this is a very, very powerful card to draw. The dragon symbol is very strongly associated with success, with victory. If you have ambitions, they will be satisfied. You will have a new optimistic attitude, and new opportunities are going to manifest for you. The power of the dragon surrounds you, and you will move forward in leaps and bounds now. And literally, when the dragon is with you, so when the dragon energy is with you, there's practically no stopping you. You just cannot be stopped in your path. And a little tip for all of you who've drawn this card: place a golden horse in your home. If you can get a golden horse ka figurine which is golden in color, it can be any material. Place it in your home. Write your wish on a piece of paper and place it under the horse. This will swiftly manifest your desires. And also, if you can have a picture of 8 horses in your house, these 8 horses can be galloping, and it's going to be very auspicious for your overall life and success. So now moving on to the third card from the Dharma deck, we have the nobility. And there's not really much to explain. It's a wisdom from Veda. So the card says, there is nothing noble in being superior to some other person. True nobility is in being superior to your previous self. So the competition is within, not outside. Stop comparing, stop competing, stop being judgmental, and stop being considering others inferior to yourself. This is the true nobility is when you're a better version of your own self. Right, so that is pile number 1. For all of you who've selected pile number 2, we have the divine wisdom. It is again one of the higher vibration cards. So I'm pretty happy to see this. It sort of tells me that, if you've been a participant in the workshop, then you're most likely, we've had some healing. Otherwise, you wouldn't have attracted these cards, because both the cards are from higher vibrational chakras जो अभी तक आए हैं, and I'm really, really happy to kind of see them. So you've received a card called Divine Wisdom. The next card that we have from the fortune set is Travel. I love this card. And the third one is Words. So we'll get back to this later. I'm trying to adjust my way around the camera tripod, and so this is a little messy. I'm not very good with all the technicalities, but I guess the only thing I'm okay with is cards. So moving on to pile number two. So if you've selected pile number two, we have divine wisdom, which is again a soul star chakra card. And okay, so you have the divine wisdom of the universe available to you at all times. It's just that you have to be aware of this wisdom, and you can access it all, but you have to have the will to do it, right? So it is the time to tune in, to connect to, and become aware of the divine energy. Divine energy is not God's, it's the spiritual energy. It's believing that everybody is equal, and aligning yourself with where the universe is trying to take you. So take a moment in a quiet place, ask your questions, listen to the voice inside. We just did the third eye chakra today, and I think this is so apt for all of you who have the chakra awakening. So the answers lie within the chambers of your own heart, in your own spirit, and it can be challenging bypassing the crazy thoughts in your head in order to get to your heart. But once you get that feeling, that everything is just right, you will know you are there, all right? So this is a time to flex your heart and listen to divine wisdom that it has to offer. The affirmation that you're going to be using is that I am aligned to the divine wisdom of the universe and it flows through me in abundance. Say this 3 times and then seek answers in your heart. You will automatically know what you need to know. Moving on to the second card, I'll have a sip of water. So, moving on to the next card, which is travel. This is one of my favorite cards from this deck. I love this deck. I come from a feng shui background, so I kind of love everything which has this Zen kind of a feeling to it. So we have the card called travel, and I think this symbolizes that you could be taking a short trip in some time to come, and of course, in Corona times, travel is not really advisable, but you could be off to wonderful destinations. Also, you could be feeling very restless at the moment, the restless energy sort of craves an escape, and you probably just want to run away from the current situation in your life. But, and the symbol, this kind of offers you a chance to get away from the rat race. Remember that traveling is not just for work, it's also for retreat, it's also for fun. So this could mean that you could be looking for a chance to get away from this rat race on a new adventure where you can actually harness the happy energy back and bring it back into your life. This energy may also manifest through new friendships, because travel to me is all about connections. So you could be making a connection with people outside your social circle, usual social circle, particularly from people from with people from different religion or region or culture, and not religion, in fact, different cultures. So this, I think, this also speaks of bringing in fresh ideas in your life and change of perception, because that's what travel always does to you. So, also, if you're somebody who travels a lot, a little tip, particularly if you take trips in your car, if you can hang a small bird on ornament or a small bird figurine, but you have to hang it, not keep it, right? So that whenever you take a trip next time, your sense of adventure, and you feel more happy taking that trip instead of taking it as a burden, right? So that is one tip from me. And okay, the third card is words, and this says no enemy, weapon, poison, or terrible illness can upset someone like harsh words. No moon, water, sandalwood paste, or cool breeze can refresh someone as sweet words can. So, understand the power of words. We've done throat chakra yesterday. Understand the power of words, and you will never use them irresponsibly again. So, that is the message from the cards for you. So, we'll get this out of the way. Now, if you've chosen pile number 3, I'll just remove the boxes from here. I have all the deck boxes kept on my left. So we have from the chakra cards, you have communication. This is a throat chakra card, right? I knew this had to come up. It's Mercury retrograde after all. So this is the throat chakra card, and I was hoping, everybody seems to be too connected with the higher chakras. So this is communication. From the destiny or fortune telling cards, we have the karma, and from the Vedas, we have the charity. So, this is the throat chakra card. For all of you who don't know about throat chakra, the throat chakra is also known as the Vishuddhi or the Vishuddha chakra. And this is the key to your communication, your listening, your creativity, your expression, of finding your voice. And it's a very, very important chakra, particularly in these times when, we are really communicating a lot through distance communication. This is very important. So, this is a very important time for communication. All healthy connections and relationships are based on how well you can communicate with people um, uh, and communicate your views right now. So I think uh, also take a moment to see if there is anyone in your life you are not communicating effectively with due to fear or rejection or anything. If you're keeping your expressions to yourself, if you're not expressing yourself very well, and take some time and space for yourself. Be aware of this chakra. I've already taught how to do that in the workshop. And make sure that you're communicating from a place of love and compassion. Please do not use harsh words. Please do not use harsh words for yourself or for others. Remember that expressing about yourself in a harsh manner is equally bad as saying harsh words to another. So basically, communication is going to be the key for you, if whenever and if you're seeing this video and whenever you're seeing this video. So moving on to the fortune cards or the destiny cards, as I call it. We have karma for you. So again, a very strong card. And karma is basically, you shall sow as you reap, rewards for those who put in efforts. And yes, so most of your life you've been searching for your life purpose, right? A lot of us talk about searching for our life purposes. And this card suggests that you are very close to finding your purpose and meeting lots of people who are meant to be with you in this lifetime. Also, karma sort of tells me that there is a huge transformation taking place. I come from a background of tarot and cartomancy, so whenever I see the word kind of a thing, and with this Buddha face here, I feel it's all about transformation. So you will be on a mission to heal others and yourself through communication, maybe kind words. And also, I feel that a person in authority could be offering you some sound advice. I'm not saying that you should go by this advice, but at least consider it or give it some kind of importance clearly. That's very, very important. And it is going to be a very good idea to place a picture of Dalai Lama or Lady Buddha, Kuan Yin, right? In any prominent position in your home, maybe on your work table, or maybe wherever you any prominent place where it can be seen, so that strong forces stay with you and it helps you during this transformation. So Lady Buddha is Kuan Yin. I know a lot of people are going to ask me this, who is Lady Buddha? It's Kuan Yin. Or you can place a picture of Dalai Lama, because I feel it's very healing to see that picture. But Kuan Yin would be my bet, because I love Kuan Yin's energy. All of you know I do a lot of rituals with Kuan Yin, and she is also the goddess who helps you with healing and compassion. She's the goddess of compassion, basically. So, and this is something that we really need during these times. So place a prominent place in your home. Give a place to Kuan Yin, and very easily available on Amazon and all. You can have either a picture or you can have a small statue or a figurine of her. The third card is charity, and the message says, the sun evaporates water, then returns it to the earth as rain. Similarly, a wise person accepts life's gift, then gives them to others when asked. So, again, the transformation kind of a thing, life purpose, karma. So, basically, it's all about what you do is going to come back to you. So uh, whatever, and the mere fact that I thought of Kuan Yin when I pulled out this card was um, that Kuan Yin is about compassion. So your words, your communication, your karma, your actions should come from a place of charity, should come from a place of compassion, and nothing harsh to be spoken, nothing harsh to be thought about yourself or others. Be gentle, be kind, try and understand their position, and then decide on how you deal with them. So that is the message for you. I hope that these messages resonated with you, and they meant something to you. If to get in touch with me, you can simply, most of you already know where to find me, but in case you want to get in touch with me, you can write to me at sugandha.tarot@gmail.com, or you can look me up on Facebook by the name of Sugandha Chadda Shashank. I'm there with my cards, and or drop in your email ID here in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. So that, and I hope that the reading means something to you. Do let me know what you think of it. I would love to hear from all of you. I have this really bad habit of putting my cards together immediately as I finish the reading, maybe because they mean so much to me, so I've just kind of made piles of them here. And hope to see you all soon. We'll be waiting to hear from all of you. Till then, take care, and stay happy, stay compassionate, stay home, stay safe. That's what's more important at this moment. So take care of yourselves. See you soon.